Neighbors try to own the entire street in front of their house. I'm the first neighbor to not let them get what they want. Not as petty as some stories here, but I'm learning. My neighbors to the left have been difficult since I moved in 5 years ago. We were on good terms until last summer when the husband in his 70s made an inappropriate gesture toward my partner. This was after his friend parked in front of their house for a day while on a bachelor trip. Even with our friend parked there, the husband and wife could easily fit their large truck and Jeep. There was plenty of room, especially since the house on the other side didn't have any cars. To keep the peace, we usually avoided parking in front of their house, but after that incident, I was done pretending to be nice. Yesterday, on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I heard a knock at our door at 8 a.m. I was off work and decided to sleep in. Later, when my partner left for therapy, the neighbor approached him and claimed they called the police on us for parking too close to their car. He said the officer was going to ticket us, but he'd talk to us first. My partner, wanting to avoid drama, shrugged it off and went to therapy. When he told me what happened 4 hours later, I was skeptical. First, I wasn't parked illegally. I estimated about 2 feet of space between our cars. I was parked in front of my own house after all. If I was going to be ticketed, I would have received a notice or a ticket. So, I decided to stir the pot a little. I moved my car a foot closer, leaving just 1 foot between our vehicles. As I closed my door, I threw up a peace sign toward their house, knowing they had cameras watching. I also called the non-emergency line to speak with the officer who had visited. I shared my side of the story, and he laughed, assuring me he wasn't going to ticket me. He even mentioned how grumpy our neighbor was, and offered to check on our house while we were away for our honeymoon. A few hours later, I noticed a police car in front of the neighbor's house. The husband had called the police again and showed the officer the video, trying to claim I was flipping him off instead of giving a peace sign. Thankfully, the officer could tell the difference. He came to our house, and I explained the ongoing issues with our neighbor and how he had been disrespectful and immature. I mentioned that our neighbor on the right had also experienced problems with them, particularly due to racial tensions. I made it clear that I wasn't doing anything illegal or morally wrong, and I planned to continue parking how I wanted. The officer encouraged me to keep doing what I was doing as long as I stayed within the law, and I thanked him for his understanding. It might not seem super petty, but it's just the beginning. I intend to keep parking a foot from their Jeep, letting them stew. It can't be good for their health in the long run. If they keep calling the police on me for legal actions, I'll stop answering the door and consider filing a harassment or restraining order. The police know these neighbors well. They've called for various issues before, and our neighbor on the right had to call them due to threats against their family. Not all neighbors are like this, right? We plan to move in a year or two, but for now I work from home and take a bit of joy in stirring the pot.